Nothing kills trust faster than acting like your flaws are part of a witness protection program. Let's be honest. Your prospects already know your flaws exist. They've Googled problems with your product before they ever book that meeting. They've read the reviews, the snarky Reddit threads. Maybe they've even called a buddy in the industry. So when you sit there acting like everything is perfect, you don't look polished. You look shady. Marcus Sheridan nailed it. The more you talk about the thing everyone else is scared to mention, the more you become the trusted voice. Translation: stop trying to be a magician and start acting like an adult. Your audience doesn't want smoke and mirrors. They want someone who can look them in the eye and say, yep, here are the trade-offs, and here's why people buy from us anyway. Here's the science. When buyers sniff out that you're dodging, their amygdala, the brain's panic button, lights up like Vegas at midnight. Their fight or flight system goes into overdrive. That's why you see prospects crossing their arms, leaning back, and vanishing quicker than free donuts in the office break room. But when you name the objection out loud, you flip the switch. The fear center calms down, and the logical brain takes over, and suddenly they're listening instead of plotting their exit strategy. But most companies don't do this. Why? Because they're terrified. They think that admitting a flaw makes them weak. Wrong. Pretending you're flawless makes you look like a used car salesman who polishes the rust and calls it patina. Buyers don't want plastic perfection. They want transparency. Tell them the downside, and you gain credibility. Try to hide it, and you'll lose the sale before you even finish your pitch. Now, let's not pretend this is just about sales. It's a communication touchpoint. Every website, every video, every conversation is an exam you either pass or fail. Peter Drucker said, the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. If you don't bring up the unspoken concerns, your prospect hears one thing loud and clear: this company can't be trusted. Stephen Covey spelled it out. When trust goes up, speed goes up, and cost goes down. Bringing up objections isn't risky, it's efficient. So imagine two scenarios. In the first, you dance around the price question like it's radioactive. You avoid comparisons like they're dirty words, and you pretend problems don't exist. What happens? The prospect leaves the meeting, Googles everything you dodged, and ends up binge reading your competitor's blog. In the second scenario, you say, yeah, here's where people usually push back, here's what's true, and here's how others have handled it. Suddenly, you're not a vendor, you're a guide. And guides get trusted. Vendors get shopped. Look, the marketplace is brutal. Buyers have unlimited options and zero patience. If you don't control the narrative, someone else will. And spoiler alert, that someone will not be kind to you. So why give your competitors the chance to frame your story when you could frame it yourself? Here's the bottom line. Bringing up objections doesn't lose sales, it saves them. It doesn't make you look weak, it makes you look like the only adult in the room. And if you're still too scared to do it, then don't wonder why your pipeline looks like Death Valley. Because when you refuse to talk about the hard stuff, you're not just whispering, you're on mute. Subscribe to our Substack to get the rest of this story and for weekly tips that you can use.